Welcome back to Digital Discovery World. Let's dive straight into this explainer, because tonight's second quarterfinal in Kansas City might just be the absolute biggest test yet for the defending champions. It's a massive clash of styles and storylines. We're talking Argentina's Golden Boot king squaring off against Switzerland's historic chance.
To understand how Argentina even survived to reach this point, we really have to talk about this number, 11. Because in their round of 16 matchup against Egypt, the defending champions were backed into a serious corner. They were down 2-0 with just 11 minutes left on the clock. Literally 11 minutes.
But let's look at how they completely flipped the script. First, Christian Romero strikes to give them a sliver of hope. Then, Lionel Messi does exactly what you'd expect him to do and ties it up. And finally, Enzo Fernandez secures a dramatic extra-time header to seal a wild 3-2 win. That isn't luck, you guys. That proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are a team that absolutely refuses to die. That is pure, unfiltered willpower.
And of course, driving this incredible survival run is the man himself, Lionel Messi. Get this, at 39 years old, he's extending his World Cup legend in real time. He isn't just hanging on as a veteran, he is dominating, scoring in 6 straight competitive internationals. He's a player who is single-handedly refusing to let the lights dim on his storied career. To really put his sheer dominance into perspective, just look at this stat. 8. He currently sits at the very top of the entire tournament's Golden Boot race with 8 goals. Think about that for a second. At 39 years of age, he's still the most lethal finisher in the whole competition, carrying the weight of his nation right on his shoulders. But here is where it gets really interesting. The contrast between these two contenders tonight is just stark. Argentina hasn't exactly looked like the smooth, dominant machine from back in 2022. They've needed staggering comebacks in back-to-back knockout games, and honestly, they look pretty shaky if Messi has an off night. Which brings us to Switzerland. Nobody's talking about them, and that might be their biggest weapon, because incredibly, they haven't trailed for a single minute this entire World Cup, not once.
To truly grasp Switzerland's under-the-radar defensive strength, it really helps to understand expected goals conceded. Basically, it's a metric that evaluates the quality of scoring chances a goalkeeper faces, showing how many goals they're statistically expected to let in. This is a super vital concept for evaluating their standout goalkeeper, Gregor Kobel, who is quietly having the tournament of his life.
Just check out this breakdown from their last match against Colombia. Switzerland ground out a scoreless 90 minutes before winning a super tense shootout. The big takeaways here? 0 tournament minutes trailed, and Kobel outperformed his expected goals conceded by nearly a full goal. He's arguably the tournament's best keeper right now, just building an absolute fortress at the back.
So the really crucial point here is the massive weight of history resting on this matchup. Let this number sink in for a second. 72. Because this is Switzerland's first World Cup quarterfinal in 72 years. Operating in the shadows might just be their absolute biggest weapon tonight.
Now, history does show they have never beaten Argentina in their 7 all-time meetings, 0 Swiss victories on record. But, and this is a big but, they have also never walked into a match of this magnitude with such an incredibly disciplined defense. They're playing a flawless defensive game, which creates this fascinating dynamic against Argentina's legendary firepower.
So ultimately, the real question for tonight isn't just who gets the win on the scoreboard. It's whether Messi's brilliance is enough to break down a team that simply refuses to concede. It's the classic paradox, right? An unstoppable offensive legend trying to shatter an immovable Swiss wall. This is the last quarterfinal standing between Argentina and history, with the winner moving on to face either Norway or England in the semifinal. Make sure you catch the 9 p.m. Eastern kickoff from Kansas City to see who survives this unbelievable clash. So, what do you think? Will we witness the continuation of Messi's inevitable destiny or a defensive masterclass 72 years in the making? That's the Pulse for today. This has been Digital Discovery World, and I'll catch you in the next one.